Hey everyone, it's Anthony here from Tweaktown, and we're going to be doing an unboxing of a special handset, the BlackBerry Passport. So this is BlackBerry's latest handset after a long time pretty much out of the game against Google with their Android operating system and Apple with iOS and probably Samsung again with Android. They're back with their latest Passport handset, which is an interesting device. It sports a square display, so instead of being like a 16:9 kind of tall or wide screen, it actually has a 4.5 inch square touch display. So it has a native resolution of 1440 by 1440 versus traditionally we have 1920 by 1080, or on some of the phones like the LG G3 we have 2560 by 1440. So this is actually a different resolution. 1440 by 1440 is definitely interesting. I'm really looking forward to cracking along with this for the next couple of weeks for my use. So on the front, you can see here, there's not much, just BlackBerry Passport, nice and neat. Nothing on the side except some BlackBerry branding. On the back, we have a specification list, or not a specification list, sorry, it's just some rights from BlackBerry. And then on the right, we just have some more information. So opening it up, inside, we're going to be finding obviously the handset, which is surprisingly wide. Wow, I did not expect that. So there's the BlackBerry itself, which is really wide. And compared to my Xperia Z2, you can see here that it is really wide. It's actually a very weird handset to use, but you have the QWERTY keyboard. So that's going to be the big draw card there, is going to be the QWERTY keyboard that you see there, compared to like obviously a software keyboard. I'm really excited about using it. I really am. Inside we have a little manual. It feels like a passport almost. It's almost like I've got an Australian passport, and that's almost like my passport. So you've got a manual that you can go through, a few things in there that cover the square display. So it says, with a large display, you'll have an uncompromised experience with viewing content, reading documents, using maps, managing email, and browsing the web. Then we have 30-day direct support from BlackBerry, which is really nice to see. Direct support from the company. We have the power adapter. We have a micro USB cable in the box as well, micro USB to USB. And we've got some more documentation. So that's cool. So the box itself, inside you've got more little boxes in there, and obviously they're in-ear earphones, and you've got some more documentation in this little box. You don't really need to see that, it's just some documentation. The in-ear headphones should be pretty nice. So it comes in like a nice little box. Take a look at those now. So you got some cool little in-ear headphones, which is not too bad at all. And we'll go back to the BlackBerry Passport itself, which feels surprisingly light considering how wide it is. So 196 grams or 6.9 ounces, which is not too bad at all. You can fit in an SD card for external storage. And on the back, it has I think it's got a decent camera. I think it takes, I think 13 megapixel camera with optical image stabilization, which is not too bad at all. There's 32 gig of internal flash storage, and BlackBerry said there's around 30 hours of battery life from this. Which is great, because that's what business users are really going to want. You've got micro USB on the bottom for charging and syncing your phone, and it also supports Analogics slim port technology, which is incredible. Slim port, I use it in my lounge room, I use it in my office. Virtually no lag. You can just plug your device in straight up to your TV or your LCD screen, and you've got your full device up onto the screen with no lag, versus MHL connectivity, which usually has lag. It's good. MHL isn't bad, but compared to slim port, it's nowhere near as good. So I'm really excited about using something like this and seeing how the 1440 by 1440 display looks on a 1920 by 1080 display using Analogics slim port. Inside of the BlackBerry Passport, you've got 3 gig of RAM, so multitasking should be really good. But it's mainly the big difference between the BlackBerry Passport and most other handsets is obviously the 4x5 by 4x5 display, so 1x1 instead of 16x9. You've got 24-bit color, so it should be nice and vibrant. You got BlackBerry 10 OS, which again I've never used. I'm actually pretty excited to use it because I've used iOS extensively. I've used Android extensively as my daily driver for my smartphone. But having a QWERTY keyboard is going to be cool. After so many years of getting used to a SwiftKey, it's going to be really, really weird to go back to a physical keyboard. So I'm kind of excited about that as well. Volume buttons, you can see they're on the side here. I'll have some high-res shots of this in the full review, but this is just mainly just an unboxing for now, and the power button in between that. We'll take another video maybe of this soon, showing you the inside of the device, but it seems to be cool. So you can see on the back there's actually a little bit that actually comes off where the SD card and SIM card go in, and it actually shows you here that's where it goes. So that's a nice little touch that you don't actually have to open the whole back. I'm just going to try and do that now. Yeah, see that's actually really, really cool. If I don't want to break it. Yeah, so there you go. So the SIM card and the SD card go into the top of the phone with this little breakaway kind of thing. So that's a nice touch. BlackBerry doing some really cool things there. So again, that's actually a lot easier to just slot in than most of the phones where you have to open up the back and pull the battery out and slot it all in and go through all of that jazz. That's actually a nice touch that BlackBerry have done there. So that's the unboxing for the new BlackBerry Passport here at Tweaktown. I'm going to pump out a review on this. I might do a 1 or 2 day initial impressions after this unboxing, and then I'll probably use it for about 2 to 4 weeks. I don't like to pump the reviews out too quick. I don't see the point. I can't get a real use for the device. I don't want to do a day 1 review where I use it for a couple of days beforehand under NDA and then I pump out a review. I can't use a full operating system at that kind of time. I really want to deep dive into this and use this right up to Christmas and give you guys a good look at both BlackBerry 10 OS and the BlackBerry Passport. I'm going to test out Slim Port on this as well, which is, like I was saying before, 1440 by 1440 display. I want to test out at 1080p. So this is the new BlackBerry Passport with Analogics Slim Port support. I'm really looking forward to testing this. Thank you for watching.